This is a Karbi word. It is Kepandam Adu. That means the last point where we have cultivated and cleared the jungle. And we had our own police check gate there long ago at Pandus. Our kingdom extended up to Rani and up to Golaghat on the other side. But in the last 500 years, our people have been converted into other community, not only our people, not only Karbi, but Nagas, Mizos, Kukis, Khasis, the Ahoms, the Bodos, Garos, Rabhas, Mishin, all of us were converted into Hinduism by Shankardev and his followers and Madhavdev. Since that time, most of the people, our people who lived in the plain areas, they are writing in Sanskritized manner. For example, my father was also converted into Hindu caste, and so my father had the title of Medhi. We belong to Medhi clan of the Assamiya, not Assamese. There is a difference between Assamese and Assamiya. Assamese are those who migrated from Bengal, Orissa, Kannauj, and other places in the north. They migrated, and so they are usually called Assamese by the British. Since this land was called Assam by the Ahom kings, Ahom people, not Assamiya. So it was Assam. So when the British came, they did not pronounce, I don't say they could not pronounce, but they did not pronounce Assam, but they wrote Assam. And so it became Assam. And the people who lived, mainly those who accompanied the British colonialists, were called themselves Assamese. Those who were converted were put in a class, a separate class called Ko. That is a Sanskrit word. Ko means to purify. We tribes people were treated as Asura. The rituals of purification was called Kuh. Kuh means to purify. Kuh, from the word Kuh, it later comes into Kosh. Coach. So my father was also a coach. The name of my father was Basa Inti Kathar, Vicar of Majuli. He was purified in Melenggaon near Jorhat. So from that day, his name and title was changed into Bongshidhor Medhi. So we became Medhi, of course, before we were born. Then for 10 years we were Medhi. Then after realizing that it was a mistake, we came back, my father came back and got back or obtained back his original name, Basa Inti Kathar. And so I am also now Inti Kathar. That way, many of us had been converted. These converted people were put into coarse caste, those who have been purified. The ritual of purification that we had to go through was a peculiar one. When we were purified, cow dung was placed on the top of our head. Amar matha korote gorur guhtu thoi. Eto amar purified sapha kora. Kuh buli tu sapha kora buli koi. Eto mur deutaku sapha korisil tenike. Aru soboke tenika sapha korisil. Jibilak sapha kora hol. Teolukok eta kuh buli caste, notun caste bonaisil. Amar Shongkordev সকলে আৰু তেতিয়া আমাৰ নাম আমাৰ উপাধি সব সলাইছিলে সেইকাৰণে মোৰ ফাদাৰটো বাসা ইন্তি কাথাৰ পৰা বংশীধৰ মেধি হৈ গ'ল 10 বছৰ আমি মেধি আছিলো তাৰ পাছত আমি আকৌ ঘূৰি আহি পেলাই আমি ইন্তি কাথাৰ আকৌ ললো সেইটো কোহ কৰি পেলাই these people who were purified were not allowed to speak their own language, their own original language. For example, allowed to speak Karbi language. Karbis were not allowed to wear their traditional dress. They were not allowed to speak their own language. And so we were allowed to speak a language. A miholai pelai je bhasha hoise Karbi, Boro, Garo, aru ephale Bengali, Bhojpuri, Hindi sob mix hoi pelai kotha to kobole amak dile. Hey bhasha to ajikali koi Okhomia. Tat Ahum. Tai Ahom Bhashaw আছে সেইটো সেইকাৰণে the whole of Gawahati, this Gawahati city till 1931 according to census Karbi people were 63% in Gawahati 63% till 1931. It was a small town and in those days, of course, the British were here. Our people, the houses of our people were around the airport and Bazaar and all these things. We were there. Those people have not died. Actually, they did not, our people, the population of our people decreased not because of death, not because of disease, not because of medium. In the Shudra caste, medium place. In the Shudra caste, the lowest caste in India. And then most of us were given the title Bora. Bora, according to Puran, out of 18 Purans, in one Puran, most of us. But since we did not know the meaning of Bora, so we used to call respectfully as Mr. Bora, like that. We used to. But actually it is Mr. Peach, Mr. Gahori. That way, we become the Shudra caste. Those who are already converted, they become Shudra. Because we cannot go higher than that. Medhi is also Shudra, Bora is also Shudra, all these things. Hazarika, Das, everything. This is how it has happened. So, indigenous people is also a term which relates to time and space. Time and place. Here now in Assam, there is Assam Indigenous Peoples Association. In the Indigenous Peoples Association, there are Ahom also, our tribes people also, Boro also, our Karbi also there, and then our Muslim people are also there. There are Sikh people are also there. There are Brahmin people are also there. Kayastha people are also there. Shudra people, Vaishya people, everyone is there in this indigenous people of Assam. Because it relates to time and space. Long, long ago, we were not indigenous. But now, all of them have become indigenous. Because there is no fixed date that is not cut off here to become indigenous. This is a problem for us. Then another word, tribal. We always call tribal. If that book, if a copy of my book is given to me, it will be good. My friend, if you bring a copy of the book. Or whether they have one. No. Only one copy will do. Tribal is a misnomer. The indigenous Indian Mongolian people of northeastern India have become like uncontrollable and undisciplined children of an oversized family. Among them, keep themselves watertight separation from all the others. Most of us identify ourselves with a wrong nomenclature as tribals or Janajatis. The word tribal used in identifying a race is a misnomer. By identifying ourselves with a misnomer, we relegate our real identity to obscurity. The word tribal is not the name of any race. In the first place, to say, I am a tribal or they are tribals is not only anthropologically wrong, but it is not even a correct English. The word adjective of the word tribe. Adjective cannot have a singular or plural number. It is not a noun, so it is not a name. The word tribe came from a Latin word tribus, which means unspecific word. Tribals is not only an act of relegating the name of our race to obscurity, but it also amounts to standing on falsehood or false ground. The danger of believing in falsehood and standing on false ground need no emphasis. If we stand on a false ground, there is every possibility to fall down or be pulled down, and we cannot defend ourselves, let alone progress in the right direction. So, in English, actually, they never say tribal. They always say tribesmen or tribeswomen. So in my book, I use only tribes people. Tribes are also people. They are not something peculiar thing. Respectable people, they have got their own history and their own kings, their own laws. thinking, knowing about this, only knowing about this, in the